Let's now look at the situation in Rivers State. I'm joined by lawyer and political analyst Ekine Henry. Thank you very much, Ekine, for giving us your time. A lot has been happening in just 1 week. Yesterday, the court gave powers to Mr. Ehie. Today, there was demolition and budget presentation. Could you talk to us from the legal perspective how it is possible for 5-member parliament, if I'm correct, it's not 4, 5, would accept a budget from the governor?
Yeah, thank you. A lot truly has been going on in Rivers State in the past 1 month, not just about a week, but then it's come to the climax in the last few days. The Rivers State House of Assembly, one of the houses of assembly established by the Constitution under Section 90 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, remains the legislative arm of government in Rivers State. But this house, unfortunately, has been engulfed with internal crisis as to the leadership of the house. Legal actions have been filed, and then orders of court have also been made. But the events of yesterday and today, yesterday it was reported that some members, as much as 26, 27 members of the House of Assembly, Rivers State, moved from the party that sponsored them to the House to another party, that is from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. And then by the provision of the Constitution, of course, apparently, that will mean a vacation of their seats, except if the situation as provided, the proviso of that provision in the Constitution exists, that is where perhaps their defection will be justified. But
okay, course, since you're taking that on, I think we should just polish it out a bit. What does the Constitution say? Is the Speaker empowered to declare their seats vacant? Has INEC been informed of this said defection, and what is the implication of that?
Yes, what Section 109, subsection 1G simply provides, and so unambiguous, is to the effect that any member of a legislature that defects from the political party that sponsored that legislator onto the House, of course, remember that that's one of the conditions to qualify to be elected, would lose that seat. Now, the proviso to that Section 109, subsection 1G, is to the effect that if there is indeed and in fact a justification for that defection, which the courts have held up to the Supreme Court, to the effect that that proviso will suggest a situation where there is division in the political party that sponsored that candidate. So in the case of Rivers State, it is known that the 26, 27 members that have defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress have alleged that that division exists in their political party. That's the People's Democratic Party. So it's an argument between the two sections of those that are scrambling for the leadership of the House of Assembly, to the effect that the leadership of Honorable Edison Ehie, who currently claims to be the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, supposes that division that is envisaged by the Constitution does not exist. And to that effect, he has declared the seats of those 27 members as vacant. And right now, 26, being reported that one of them has actually, or two of them really have actually retracted their path. But the law is to the effect that clearly, if any member elected on the platform of a political party to any legislative house defects from that political party, he will lose his seat automatically. And then what the Constitution further requires the House of Assembly Speaker to do under subsection 2 is to declare that position vacant. And of course, the next is the Independent National Electoral Commission to be notified for the purpose of conducting elections.
Yeah, I would like to explore the conversation around the retraction of the defection in less than a day, but we have other important issues to look at, and that goes back to the first thing I asked you about the presentation of a budget. Is it possible for 5 persons out of 32 or 31 members in the Assembly to get the powers to receive the budget and pass a budget on behalf of the state?
Yes, arguably that possibility may arise, but in some cases, okay, now the background is this. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria provides to the effect that every House of Assembly of a state shall be composed of a minimum of 24 members and a maximum of 40 members. That's to say that a House of Assembly may have between 24 and 40 members. But that is to the effect of declaration or proclamation of that House. Now, in the delineation in Rivers State, you have 32 states House of Assembly, 32 constituencies, rather, State House of Assembly. Now, yes, at the time of election, 32 members may be elected to fill those constituencies, and then proclaimed and sworn in and assume office as legislators. But circumstances will legitimately arise that that number may deplete. And those circumstances may include death, it may include resignation, it may include a situation where one of those members or a number of them may be appointed into a commission in the state or even become a member of another legislative house. So these are circumstances recognized in the Constitution that seats may become vacant in a House of Assembly. Now, the Constitution did not envisage a situation where that vacancy could arise until the number would deplete to as low as 4. But then that there are 4 members in a House of Assembly does not mean that the House of Assembly has ceased to exist, because the Constitution recognizes the existence of a House of Assembly for all of the 36 states.
So all right. Quickly, I'm told we're out of time for this interview, but I want you to speak about the location, the relocation of the State House of Assembly. Whose responsibility is it? Because we understand, unconfirmed, that the plenary session was held at the Government House. In 40 seconds, if you can, sir.
Yes, please, I can. The Constitution empowers only the members of the legislature to determine where they would sit. Yes, there could be a traditional place which is recognized and judicially noticed as the House of Assembly or the complex. But like I said earlier, in the case of depletion of the number of members, situations could arise where the business of the House may not be able to go on in that traditional place. It is only the members of that legislature that can, by way of motion, determine where else they could convene and summon appropriately the House and then business of the House to go on. So if the Rivers State House of Assembly members, those who say they are the members now existing, who knows if they did that and then moved that motion and adopted that to sit where they sat today, it could be legitimate. Because what insecurity, crisis, emergency, natural disaster can occur, fire can occur, that the legislature may not be able to conduct the business of the House in that traditional place, including the National Assembly.
All right. Thank you very much, Ehie, for speaking with us. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for having me. It's my pleasure.